So hello, this is my third video for Chapter 6 in Cognitive. You wanted this video, to be over the interference stuff, right? The proactive and retroactive interference. Wonderful things to learn. Yes, they are. But anyway, so we mentioned that a major reason for forgetting information in long-term memory is interference. It's probably in there, we just can't find it. That's a major reason for forgetting. So there are two kinds of interference. There's proactive interference, where something you learn first interferes with something you learn later. Proactive interference. So you study cognitive, then you study social, and when you're taking the social test, the cognitive keeps coming to mind. So you studied cognitive first, that's interfering with what you studied later, social. Proactive interference, what you studied first interferes with what you studied later. Now, the paired associates learning task in Chapter 6 that they introduced this notion of proactive interference and retroactive interference with, the setup is the same for proactive and retroactive interference with the paired associate lists. It's what you test that is different. So the setup, first of all, you pair list A with list B. Right? You have participants study list A paired with list B. Then you have participants study list A paired with list C. What are you going to test? You're going to ask them to recall list C to see if what they learned earlier, list B, interferes with what they studied later, list C. Pause and think about it if you need to. And look at the table in Chapter 6. Okay? Next, retroactive interference. Something you learn later interfering with what you learned earlier. So let's try to use a different example for retroactive interference. Let's say you're studying Intro to Psychology, then you study Intro to Sociology. So what you studied later interferes with what you studied earlier. First you study Intro Psych, then you study Intro to Sociology. When you're taking the Intro Psych test, you keep remembering the sociology stuff. Okay? So back to the paired associates list that they mention in Chapter 6. All right? So the setup is the same. First, you have participants study list A paired with list B. Then you have participants study list A paired with list C. Then what are you going to test? You're going to test their recall for list B. Right? What they studied later, list C, does it interfere with what they studied earlier, list B. Retroactive interference. I'll pause and let you ponder that and look at the table in the book, Chapter 6. Okay? Hopefully this helps you study some. Good luck.